Well, I really can't be arsed today doing anything. It's jack shit work on, really, nothing. And I'm not touching that fucking Capri because you've seen the last installation of that. In all serious, on the Capri now, I'm just going to sit there at weekend, well, Friday night probably, order all the panels. And then my next session on that will be cutting out all that rot you see and working out what panels I'm putting in. So, come to me finish that little Iflag off on my sim rig. So you see, I just got it soldered up. This tiny little thing here. It's absolutely tiny. Fingernail for scale again. That's called an Arduino nano. I just soldered them 3 wires in there. And then 3 wires in the back of the board by my phone. And then I've just plugged that in my computer. And I've just programmed it using SimHub. And I just had go put on it flashing. And it's working. So now I've just got to build that up inside the housing. I'll mount it to the rig and that's that done. Really cheap really. If you actually own a 3D printer, less than £1 to print the casing, probably a few pence on nuts and bolts, and then your little Arduino that's inside it. I paid £6 for that one with delivery and it took 3 days to come, so you know it's under a tenner. It's pretty good really, but they really are handy when you're driving. I mean, look how bright that is. It's only turned to it's turned to 39%. So yeah, I've made the diffuser for it anyway, as I've already shown you. This diffuser that I printed. Let's see how that works. Actually, let's place it over the top. When the casing's on it, oh, it's diffusing it far too much for this camera to pick up in it. I can see it here with the naked eye fine. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to have it in. You can just have the matrix like that if you want. But yeah, when I've got the diffuser on with the naked eye, I can see it crystal clear. But the camera ain't picking it up. But that's probably because if you look at the diffuser, see that pattern in it? That's just blasting the light everywhere. It might make a difference depending which way you put it round. That looks better by eye. See if you keep zooming past it, if it will get it. There you go. That's how your eye's picking it up. It works. I mean, you can always leave it out of the case, like I said. Let's bolt it together and see what it looks like built. You can see that Pro Micro just clicks in there perfect. Now, there was just in the top here a little frame there that I cut out, and that's because I was putting in one of these which is slightly bigger. See how it's bigger? But yeah, you only need one of these Pro Micros. You can use different boards, but yeah, that's all you need. I'm going to do a boost gauge next. You need one of them, which is £6 delivered. £10 digital boost gauge off eBay from China. Open the back up, wire it up the same as this, slip that in the back of it, make an just glue it in the back, make an orifice for your cable to plug in, then pop it on the rig, program it, and if you take a turbo boosted car, that gauge will work. So whatever boost the car's seeing in the simulator, the boost gauge will represent it. And you can do that with rev counters, you can do it with water tank gauges, speedometers, you know, anything that's in the car you can do it with it. Just have one of these tiny little things inside it. But it's quite cool. Yeah, it's just something to do if you get easily bored. I mean, I can't watch telly and that. I can't just sit there, I can't do it. I'm incapable of doing it. I have to be doing something. So let's carry on throwing this together. Well, it's bolted to the rig now. It's all together and you can see that it's working. The diffuser does throw it off a bit, but you can clearly see it. I'm happy with that. Well, here we are with it in game, and I'm at Lime Park in a MX-5. It's not only an Iflag, so there's no one on this with me at the minute, but just say someone was on it now and went off track and they show a yellow flag, that'll flash yellow. If someone's coming up behind me and I've got to get out of the way because I'm a back marker, it'll give me a blue flag. You know, you get the idea. And then, but I've got it programmed in SimHub as a few other things. So I've got it as a gear indicator, which you can see there's neutral, first, second, third, obviously, you know. So it's also got the diffuser is throwing it off a little bit, but like me sat here looking at it, it's fine. It's just throwing it off on the camera a bit, but that's because I've printed my own diffuser out of materials that go in the printer. So a bit tweaking. If I made that a bit thinner, it'd probably work okay. It might be a little thick how I made it, but you can just put a piece of acrylic in there or not have anything at all. But I just don't like seeing the LEDs on show. So when this is turned off, that just looks nice and neat. It's actually, I'll confess, it's cable tied to the rig at the minute. I've just got to drill 2 holes through the rig, but I'm still building this rig, so I might put one that side too, because it's just good having me either side. But see if I can. That's how it looks from my view. See, it fits in as part of the car. Pretty nice. They work pretty well. So you got, if you make one of these, if you do what I've done and you make one of these, it does the gears and all that, but it's also a rev. Like you see, your clock's working again. It's also a rev counter as well, so it'll flash red when it hits the limiter. So it does that at the top of the gear. And then if this was a DRS car, which it isn't, it's a DRS indicator. You'll get a blue line at the top telling you you're in the DRS zone. On the second, this is just me programming it on, but you can do it if you build one. On the second line, you'll have a red line. That's how I've got it. That shows you that DRS is activated. So we've got the flags, we've got the gears indicator, we've got a rev counter in it, and I also use it as a spotter. I use it as a virtual spotter. So what happens is, if someone was coming up on my left side there and they're in my blind spot and I can't see them, you'll get like a red line this side. I can't think what it's called, but like half a rectangle this side, and it flashes, and that's just indicating that someone's up the side there, in case you haven't seen them. Same on the right hand side. And so it is a handy thing, because it'll just, sometimes you're focusing in a race and you're on the racing line and you have blind spots in these, just like you have in real cars. You won't see someone with all the adrenaline going, and in the race that someone's there at the side here, and it'll flash, and it'll just save you hitting them and, you know, ending your race and their race early. But yeah, it works quite well. Just have a go one-handed. It's perfect, that. Let's bring it up to the limiter. See, looks like it's part of the car. It's good. So if you have the means to build one of these, build it. If you need someone to just print you the casings off, I'll do it. Just contact me and we'll sort something out. There you go. How to build an Iflag. It's 3 wires. In essence, it's 3 wires and 6 solder joints, and that's it. So if you think you can do that, you can build one of these. I like how it goes with the decor of the car, but I'm happy with that now. I've still not bolted my wind machine to this rig. Got a couple of problems with it, but it's just a schematic on the wiring. It was just changing gear on its own then. That was quite strange. Anyway, over and out. That's the end of today's exciting installment of pissing around with real cars and fake cars. Ta-da.